Do you know how your property tax is calculated and how it helps support your community? Let's take a look at who is involved. The Board of Tax Assessors are required by state law to use properties that have sold prior to January 1st to reflect current market conditions. Annually, in late May to early June, the Assessor's Office notifies all property owners of the adjusted value for the current year. This is also the time when the Assessor's Office submits all property information to the Tax Commissioner. The Tax Commissioner's Office compiles the information into what is known as a tax digest. The tax digest contains the value and exemption information of all property in the county, as required by state law and Department of Revenue regulations. The Tax Commissioner delivers the tax digest to the Board of Education, Board of Commissioners, and cities. During this same time, the Board of Education, Board of Commissioners, and cities are independently working through the process of determining funding requirements to fulfill the needs of citizens for the next year. Each of these tax authorities use the tax digest to calculate a millage rate. As the tax digest increases due to the real estate market, each tax authority must reduce the millage rate and/or budget expenses to offset an indirect tax increase. If the tax authorities do not reduce budget expenses and/or proposed millage rate, multiple public hearings are required to be held for citizens to voice their concerns. The Board of Education must adopt a budget and millage rate independent of the Board of Commissioners. The Board of Education formally notifies the Board of Commissioners of their adopted millage rate for the year. The Board of Commissioners are required to include school tax on property tax bills. The adopted millage rates for the Board of Education, County Maintenance and Operations, M&O, County Bond and Fire are sent to the Tax Commissioner. The Tax Commissioner compiles the final information and presents it to the Georgia Department of Revenue. The Revenue Department audits the information for compliance with state law and department's rules and regulations. Once the Department of Revenue approves the current year information, the department issues a collection order. After the Tax Commissioner receives the collection order, property tax bills are mailed in the fall. So, what are your taxes used for? School tax. The school district is the 11th largest school district in Georgia with almost 4,000 employees and is the largest employer in the county. School tax is used to provide quality education for more than 32,000 students, operate and maintain 33 schools, and employ teachers and school staff. Property owners do not pay a school bond millage rate at this time, as the service is currently funded through a special purpose local option sales tax for education known as an e-splost. In 2021, school tax made up 64% of the total tax bill. County M&O. County Maintenance and Operations funds the Sheriff's Office and Detention Center, 911 services, Marshal's Office, courts, Department of Transportation, stormwater, senior services, bus services, parks, libraries, just to name a few. In 2021, County Maintenance and Operations makes up to 18% of the total tax bill. County Bond. A county bond is funding of large projects required to be repaid over several years. In 2007, funding was required to purchase 7,000 acres of green space and construct the Watson Government Complex, including the courthouse and administration building. In 2016, voters approved construction of a new sheriff's office and detention center. County bonds also funded a new sewer plant, industrial park, film studio, hangar, as well as several completed asphalt projects. In 2021, county bond was 7% of the total tax bill. Fire tax. In 2006, voters approved a special fire tax specific to the operations of the fire department. Since its inception, emergency calls have increased from 9,000 to 20,000. To meet this increase, the fire tax has funded an additional 120 firefighters to staff existing and new fire stations, including fire engines, 2 ladder trucks, heavy rescue trucks, and advanced life support rescue units to provide emergency services to the citizens. As a result of the improvements made in the department, property owners see lower insurance prices offsetting or exceeding the fire tax for many each year. The voter-approved fire tax is 11% of the total tax bill. Cities. Some city councils approve funding for the daily operations that provide basic city services. City taxes are billed and collected by the cities separate from Paulding County. As you can see, there are many moving parts to get a property tax bill. It starts with the Board of Tax Assessors who value property. Then, the Board of Education and Board of Commissioners set and approve a budget and millage rate to fund services for citizens. Finally, the Tax Commissioner mails tax bills, collecting and distributing funds to each jurisdiction. We hope the last few minutes have provided a better understanding of your local tax process and what your money helps to support in Paulding. If you have any questions concerning value, exemptions, or the assessment process, please feel free to contact the Assessor's Office at 770-443-7606. Email at assessors@paulding.gov or stop by our office on the 3rd floor of the Watson Government Complex, and one of our friendly staff will be glad to assist you.